Hello everyone, and thank you for watching this video. This is part 2 of looking at the followers. Last was the companion Blackwall, and this episode will be about our companion Cassandra Pentaghast. First, I will read the official synopsis that Bioware has given for her character. Though of noble birth, Cassandra Pentaghast turned her back on a life of wealth and privilege to join the Seekers of Truth, the ancient order who serves as a watchful eye over corruption and magical threats, granted ultimate authority in its investigations by the Chantry, or it did prior to it abandoning their duty in response to the Mage Rebellion. Cassandra did not join her brothers in this, instead remaining loyal to divine Justinia and her efforts to restore order in the face of chaos. She is both pious and driven, the sword in the right hand of the divine, seeking justice above all else. Of our followers, Cassandra is one of the ones we know the most about, due to her being in Dragon Age 2 for a little bit, as well as being the protagonist in the anime movie Dragon Age Dawn of the Seeker. As such, I will give a brief description of her life up to the point of Dragon Age Inquisition. Cassandra is born into the Pentaghasts, a royal family descended from dragon slayers and the current rulers of the nation of Navarra. When she was a child, she saw her elder brother, whom she idolized, killed before her eyes by blood mages. This set her on a path of an avenger to avenge him and led her to denounce any possible claim to the Navarran throne to join the Seekers of Truth for this purpose. A few years later, she was instrumental in stopping a coup that was occurring in the Chantry and saved the current Divine's life, becoming the Hero of Orlais and was appointed as the right hand of the Divine. As such, she became part of both worlds, a member of the Seekers and servant of the Divine and thus the Chantry. And thus, when those worlds came into conflict, she chooses to stand with the Divine because, as she sees it, the Divine is seeking to end the chaos rather than add to it. To her fellow Seekers, this makes Cassandra a traitor, but it puts her in a position to be there when the Inquisition is founded, to do what needs to be done. In previous appearances, both in Dawn of the Seeker and Dragon Age 2, she was convinced the world worked a certain way. Things were black and white, good and evil. If there was a problem, there was a distinct cause behind it and could be dealt with. However, now we find a Cassandra who's realizing that the world doesn't work like she believed it does. Her duty is not absolute, and perhaps neither is her faith. Having doubt need not make either of these things weaker, however, and that's the path that Cassandra has to walk now. There's a big difference between how others would describe Cassandra and how she would describe herself. She can come across as very stern and rigid, perhaps even humorless, but then she'll surprise everyone with a wry comment, a bit of sarcasm, or a bit of comforting words. She is also a hopeless romantic. She'll deny this, of course, but it's absolutely true. The thing she has a real passion for, she holds secrets as she doesn't believe putting them on display is very seemly. There is a sense of propriety and duty in Cassandra that some of the other characters simply can't resist poking at until they elicit a reaction. She's very practical in battle, and far more oriented towards protecting the helpless and innocent before any other consideration. Fighting is not about having style or showing off, it's a necessary means to an end. Cassandra does what she believes is right and just, and holds those values as more important than things like law or duty. If she needs to rebel against tradition in order to drag the world kicking and screaming back into a semblance of order, then she will do it. Once Cassandra commits to a cause, she jumps in with both feet, and the Inquisition is no exception. There are characters she sees eye to eye with and gets along with well enough, such as Cole, Iron Bull, Solus, and Vivian, as given examples. However, there are particular points that will cause contention between them. After all, the Inquisition's cause involves a very disparate groups of people, and thus none of them are going to be on exactly the same page. There are also some characters with whom Cassandra very much does not get along with, and that can cause some tension. An example of this is Varric, whom, due to their first encounter with each other, has led to a somewhat hostile attitude from him towards her, where she has at best a grudging understanding of where he is coming from. However, as we have seen in Dragon Age videos, it seems that they may develop a friendship throughout the game. Cassandra is written by David Gator and voiced by Miranda Rayson. For those players interested in romancing Cassandra, she is available as a love interest for male Inquisitors of any race. She was described as the Believer by Bioware. Cassandra has the Templar specialization. However, unlike the Templars, who have to ingest lyrium and unfortunately get addicted to the substance that will eventually cause mental damage, Cassandra learned it through the Seeker method that we have learned is a different way than the Templars do. Again, I thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy more in the future.